And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On play action, it's Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down, Carolina.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Complete.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Panther first down.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
26 yards. First down, Panthers.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Coming. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, 66.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was 2nd among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body control, excellent strength, and terrific route running ability to become a really big downfield threat.
Jones.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Down at the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Corn Elder. He's at the 30, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. A rare pick 6 thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick 6s in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Brown on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake. Brady. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On play action, now Brady. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, it's Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. That catch good for only a couple. Well, this, of course, the home opener for the Buccaneers. A date folks in Tampa have had circled since, I don't know, about 6:30 Eastern time on March 17th. That the day that TB12 officially became a Buccaneers CD.
And think about it this way, Brandon. Back in the old days, we used to talk about, what we call water cooler talk, right? You take a break at work and you talk about the team and everybody stand around. Now, whatever passes is water cooler talk, the social media, the texting, all of those things. Since that moment that it was announced it was official that Tom Brady was a Buccaneer, that's all these people have cared about. Seeing this game in Tampa, and let's face it, this team hasn't been to the playoffs in a decade or so. Now they're talking about going to the Super Bowl. Forget just getting to the playoffs. That's what Tom Brady has brought to this franchise.
Gronk's first catch, good for a first down.
1st and 10.
And there's a nice catch there by Rob Gronkowski. And we all know the story. Came out of retirement, got himself traded to Tampa Bay from New England in order to reconnect with his favorite quarterback. And no one has caught more Tom Brady touchdowns than Gronk, and he expects to add to that total in Tampa Bay.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
23-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Brady now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Fournette on the toss to the right. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A gain of 4 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll throw with Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. This is caught. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal. They nearly had the touchdown, but he's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the puck. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Panthers 20, Buccaneers 7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A very solid gain of 27. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Bridgewater again. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
1st down, Bridgewater. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
Complete to Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
To throw, Bridgewater. And he's got it. So they try for two, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Buccaneers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Hey, go 66. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check it, reload. Hey, check it.
They do go for it. It's Brady. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass.
There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fielded at the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. To throw, it's Brady.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he stopped immediately there.
Leonard Fournette on the
Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. It's third down and
now Brady. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
The second and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Panthers 28, Buccaneers 21.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Switch. He's crossing.
Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The 38-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Leonard Fournette. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Brady. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Bridgewater. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Justin Burris. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
That is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second down and goal. Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
To number 20,
Christian McCaffrey. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
His kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Panthers 38, Buccaneers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Complete to Chris.
From 8 yards out. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Lining up for the point after.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how...
And he's into the clear. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, 75 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
42-yard line.
Bridgewater here to throw. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated.
6-man. Check curl.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Final score, Panthers